Ravenov.
Ah, good. I was getting worried you actually did end up in that Dreamland cell. I trust our mutual friend is listening in.
Nothing gets past you.
You can never be too sure these days. Trust is in short supply, especially amongst allies. You have reviewed the Madrid drop?
We're still combing through it, but so far we've been able to corroborate everything in there. There's just one thing missing. Операция Избавитель. Where will it happen?
Quite the undertaking, isn't it? A massive particle accelerator and a specialized machine built with a single purpose: to find and extract a needle from a haystack.
Zykov.
The lost Russian. A man out of time. Buried so deep within the dark ether, special equipment is needed to free him. But where to house such a massive operation? You need space, power, privacy.
Enough, Sergei. Where is it?
And what of my end of the bargain? Agent Maxis.
Once we have Zykov, she'll be released. I have the director's word.
I could care less about his. Do I have yours?
You have it.
There is an old Spetsnaz training facility at the Zakarpatska Oblast in the Ukraine. It was given to Omega for early Operatia Inversia testing in '84. We called it Test Site Anna. You know it?
I have friends who did. I didn't know it was repurposed.
With good reason. It was shuttered after an incident in '81. I trust this is all you need.
I'll keep you informed when we make our move, Ravenov.
I'll do you one better. I'll be there.
Throughout my studies of dark ether crystalline structures, few have intrigued me as much as the symbiotic relationship shared by three particularly unique and rare crystals. On a molecular level, these three are codependent. While each can survive on its own, they are exponentially more powerful when unified. There is the polymorphic crystal core, which has developed the most fascinating survival technique. It can reconfigure its form at will. There is the energetic geode, a highly volatile crystal that can evolve when impacted with high concentrations of Ethereum. And there is the tempered crystal heart. The name is no misnomer. It is quite literally the crystalline heart from a dark ether species, extracted only when exposed to extreme heat. When all three are submerged in an Ethereum pool, they coalesce, forging an ancient ethereal weapon. The tempered crystal and geode are both naturally occurring, but considering its function-driven final form, I believe the polymorphic crystal is manufactured by something in the dark ether, enabling the symbiotic relationship among the three. As to who created it, we may never know, but their creation speaks for itself.
How the hell? How did Gray turn this thing on? There you go.
Hello? Who is this?
You don't know me. At least I don't think so.
You are Requiem or Omega?
From your point of view, I bet it's hard to tell the difference these days.
Ah, so, Requiem. Omega would not possess such self-awareness. But you are Russian. And you side with the Americans.
I think you know it's never that simple. My name's Grigori Weaver, Special Operations Officer at Requiem. For the last 17 months, you've been in contact with my team. You've helped them survive. You've tested them. All with a singular purpose. Coming home. Yet, we're not the only ones you're talking to. You've been playing both sides.
You both want the same thing. To stop the Forsaken. I just want to come home. How I accomplish that means little to me.
Pretty selfish. Needs of one over the needs of millions?
You do not know the Dark Ether the way I do. You could not possibly understand what I have done. What I have sacrificed to survive this wretched hell. If you were in my shoes, you would not be so quick to judge.
Maybe. Here's what I know. Omega is planning on bringing you home. I know where, and I know when. I just need to know one last thing. If we recover you from Omega, will you side with us? Will you help us?
Yes.
You will help us stop the Forsaken. I want your word. Russian to Russian.
You have it. It is funny. When I speak to Russia, I talk to American. When I speak to America, I talk to Russian. Your world is confusing.
Always has been.
No, Grigori. It was simple once. Once upon a time, you knew who your enemies were.
Major Carver. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, considering we're on the verge of victory, I think I'll take that drink now.
About time. Grab a chair. What's got you in such a good mood?
I could ask you the same thing.
At 1500 hours tomorrow, Operacja First Domino will be underway. Our team touches down at the Zakharapska Oblast. Within an hour, Kazimir Zykov will be in Requiem custody. And Omega begins to crumble. Na zdrowie.
Cheers. And Kravchenko?
If we have the opportunity, we engage. But Zykov is priority one. You know this.
That's not what I'm asking.
If our operation is a success, Kravchenko will have no moves left to make. Omega will be finished. Chevrikov will decide his fate. When you work under the Soviet hammer, it always ends the same way.
You get nailed.
Exactly.
So, we finish this. Omega is defeated. Zykov helps us stop the Forsaken. Then what?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Just can't shake this feeling. During Apache Snow, I took part in it. Let's just say I haven't forgotten it. It came back with me. I couldn't wash it off. We called it the Stick. Requiem, the Dark Ether, this whole op. We can't just wash this away either. We know things most can never imagine. So what happens to us?
One day at a time, Mac. Let's see what tomorrow brings.